you want to start learning SQL, but you've never touched SQL code before, maybe you don't even really know what SQL is or what the syntax looks like, that is completely fine. I'm going to show you what your first steps need to be to get started writing your first SQL query. So first, if you don't know what SQL is, take a look at the video linked in the description. That will tell you everything you need to know at a high level. All right, so how do you get started? Well, you need a database and you need somewhere to write your code. The easiest way to get started is to just use a browser-based sandbox like SQLite Online. This will allow you to write SQL queries without needing to download anything. However, these online environments are temporary, so when you close the browser, you lose everything. So instead, you might choose to download a beginner-friendly database like SQLite. It's also going to better simulate whatever database you'll be using on the job. So for most of my tutorials, I'll be using SQLite. All right, so let's get some data to work with. I'm using this warehouse and retail sales dataset from data.gov. And if you want to follow along, you can find the link to this dataset linked in our bio. So go ahead and download the CSV file. Then in SQLite, click on Open Database and navigate to wherever you saved your CSV file. Then click Open. Here you will have the option to make changes to the table before it's imported. So I noticed that my table name is really long. I don't want to type out warehouse and retail sales every time I call my table. So I'm just going to rename this table sales. Also, I noticed that the first row of data is where the column names are stored. So I need to make sure to check this box, column names in first line. Now I can click OK, and when I navigate over to Browse Data, there is my file. Now, when I come over to the Execute SQL tab, I can write a very simple SQL query to select all of the columns from the sales table, and I'll limit my results to only the top 10 rows. And when I execute this, there is my data. All right, so you have successfully set up your coding environment and now you're ready to practice writing SQL code. Make sure to hit the follow button so you don't miss the next SQL tutorial.